Okay, I got my lower control arms back from Hometown Auto Service. He charged $150 to, he took out the bushings and he removed both ball joints on these and installed the new bushings and new ball joints. So he did end up using this socket that I bought, the specialty socket. And the problem I was having was I was trying to press these out, but in fact they screw out. And I was seeing this and I was just thinking that these are ridges. I didn't realize this is a thread. So I did try to unscrew them with this socket and they weren't unscrewing either. So I couldn't get them unscrewed with the breaker bar, couldn't get them pressed out, couldn't get them out with a sledgehammer. So he did help me out a lot on this. So these are like brand new, and now I can just start on those upper control arms, getting those restored, and seeing if I can get these ones in there myself. So that's that. Okay, so now I'm trying to search for these upper control arm bushings, and I've looked all over the internet. This seems to be the cheapest price at FCRC machine. So I went ahead and ordered those. For 4 of them, it ended up costing me 144 bucks. It says it's awaiting fulfillment, so it looks like it's out of stock or something, but we'll wait on that. Then I've also been ordering a bunch more parts. Let's see, I ordered the tie rod ends, 150 bucks. I need to get the outer tie rod ends still. I got a couple of front shocks for 60 bucks. I bought a used front radiator core, which I really needed because mine's all rusted. So that's coming for 175. I got some strut rod bushings for 31 bucks. And I need to order some brake parts next. Okay, today we're going to be spraying some gloss black acrylic enamel on my frame. I've got some reducer and some hardener and mixing cup. I found my respirator, and we're going to give it a shot, see how this goes. I'm using an inline desiccant dryer that has these blue silica gel things in there to take the water, the moisture out of the line. Once those turn pink, I throw those in the microwave and they turn back to blue. It also has a filter to get the oil out of there. So this works pretty good. I just put it in right here and then that goes straight to my line. This old compressor's been acting up. I had to adjust the screw under there because it kept popping my breaker in the house. But I set the screw down a half a turn so that it doesn't fill up all the way, and it whatever it did, it seemed to work. So we'll see if we can give it a shot with this thing. Alright, we're just going to be spraying the top part of this frame today, this afternoon, and then I'll flip it and do the other side. So I only need to fill about half of this cup up, and the mixture is going to be 8 parts paint, 2 parts reducer, 1 part hardener. So I'm going to use this 4-to-1-to-1 mix. I'm going to fill it up to the 2 here, and then to the 2 on the next line over with reducer, and then halfway up to the next 2 with hardener, and that should give me the mix that it's calling for. Okay, looks like I ran a little bit short of what I wanted, but I've pretty much got the whole top side covered. I'm going to come back maybe in about 10 minutes and mix up a tiny bit more and spray a second coat on that. And then I'll spray some paint thinner through here to keep this gun clean, and we'll come back. Okay, I got it sprayed second coat. Took some time to flush this gun out with a good amount of paint thinner, using these brushes to clean it all out, especially on the top there. I've been using these disposable cups from Harbor Freight, which are great. I just throw them away. And everything went real well. I've been spraying that at about 40 psi to the gun. And when you're measuring that at the air compressor, you want to, keep that trigger pulled and then make sure that needle is looking at 40 psi. You don't want to measure that before you spray. You want to measure it while it's spraying. So seemed to work out great. 2 good coats, and it's looking nice and glossy. As soon as this dries up, I'll get this thing flipped up and do the other side.